top 5 Johnny Depp movies. Paul, why don't you go first?
All right. Well, number 5, this is an excellent film. And, this is still when he's pretty young. He's not he's a major actor, but he's not an A-list actor yet. And for me, number 5 is Donnie Brasco. And the film, he's super excellent in it. And he's playing a guy we actually interviewed. He's playing the agent, the FBI agent, Joe Pistone, and AKA Donnie Brasco. And so I've actually met the real guy. But again, the performance is excellent. Obviously, Johnny Depp is a little different character than the real guy, but either way, he was
my number 5. I just assumed that you would have. I thought you were going to give me a lot of backlash on that one. I thought you would have had Donnie Brasco a lot higher for some reason.
You know what? I can't argue it being higher. The only reason I put it higher is, I love my list. So
yeah,
I'm pretty there's a couple of roles I cut out, and I was like one of my favorite ones, just go honorable mention, but it's not a very well heralded film, but it's our Mark Mead got me into it, but it's called what was it, the bad guy? Hold on.
Dead Man.
Yeah, so it's just like black and white Western, but this is like Johnny Depp when he's really you do like a major motion picture film, then you do like an independent film. And this is like a undercover film. So I really want to include that because he's really excellent in that. But yeah, I haven't seen it a whole lot. So that's why
Dead Man's a tough watch. It's tough.
A tough watch, but he's excellent in it though.
Sure.
Number 4 is a film that I actually just really enjoy watching, and he carried the film. But that's Sleepy Hollow. And I do love a good Tim Burton film.
Yeah, I didn't put that on my list.
Yeah, so I was like, I really like Sleepy Hollow. Like, it's such a tough. I thought it was such a tough film, and I was worried that'd be hard to execute. But I really like what Tim Burton and Johnny Depp did in that film. Okay. Number 3 is Edward Scissorhands. Let me tell you what, that's a childhood favorite. I've seen it not that long ago, and I will go to bat for that film. Number 2, this is a sneaky film. I'm sneaking this one in here. This is the upset. This is the upset pick of the week. Ninth Gate. Oh. This is a sneaky good film. It's a very weird kind of topic, but he's basically like a book collector. But I don't know. It's just one of these really interesting films that you're really along for the journey, and you just don't really know if Johnny Depp's a good guy or a bad guy. Like, it's just really hard to get a grasp on what's happening, but you're super interested. It's a really good topic. One of my favorite underrated films. And then number 1, you got to say it. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't think there's any way that is a franchise without Johnny Depp. I remember when I heard the idea, and I'm like, how are they going to make a movie out of this? And then all of a sudden, even when they casted him, I was like, okay, whatever. And then when I saw it, and what he did with that character, just so charismatic, and it was just, to me, one of the greatest characters of all time. And
sure,
that's why it's got to be number 1 for me.
Sure. It's a pretty good list. We're pretty similar on a lot of cases, but my list is probably the more perfect of the 2 lists.
I doubt it, but go ahead.
Number 5 for me is Donnie Brasco, same as yours.
Okay.
Number 4 for me is Blow.
Right.
And we talked about on the last episode with Ray Liotta. That movie just sticks with me. A lot of it has to do with Ray Liotta's character, but Johnny Depp's perfect in that movie. He's so good.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the same, Edward Scissorhands. Number 2 for me is something that's
so
very
curious where you're at number 2, because
what's that?
I'm so curious what you have as number 2, because I don't.
It's sneaky. This is my sneaky one, and it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. It's Finding Neverland.
Okay.
I loved watching this movie. I loved the idea of his character just having this sort of imagination where he can just open a door and walk into a world and just be completely immersed in it, and be able to write things and be able to look at something that's going on in his life and be able to extract iconic characters and iconic scenes from stories, and just create.
That's a movie I probably need to rewatch.
It's so good.
So
it's really good.
Special note to our viewers: Finding Neverland. Let's watch that, guys.
Let's watch it together
and watch Ninth Gate. So we gave you 2 sneaky picks. I don't think a lot of people have seen Ninth Gate either.
Well, my number 1 is The Ninth Gate.
Wait, what?
Number 1 is The Ninth Gate.
Dude,
it's my favorite Johnny Depp movie of all time. I could watch.
I didn't know that
every day.
No, I love it. It's such a. I already gave my opinion on
it. There's a lot of there's so much intrigue.
You didn't include Pirates of the Caribbean at all in your top 5?
No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I left out. Like Gilbert Grape, which he was amazing.
That was one I really struggled with.
I wanted that in the list. I wanted From Hell in the list, even though Sleepy Hollow, which wasn't on my list, is better.
Yeah,
but From Hell is still good.
Sure. I'm lukewarm on that film.
And so Pirates is fun. It's good, but these movies that I have on my 5 are which is perfect. It's a perfect deeper 5 list.
For sure.
But The Ninth Gate is so great. There's intrigue. There's like you never know what's happening around each corner. I love the fact that it's these original edition books, and like his job is to find these books, and
it's just an interesting story. It's so unique.
Dude, he's creepy. He's
I need to watch that again.
He's gonna rip you off at every turn if you're not if you don't know what you're talking about, and yet he kind of has a heart.
Yeah.
Are you sure
such a complex character? Yeah, I love it.
Ah, man,
Such a good.
So good.